What's good? It's your boy Trouble T Roy. Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Back with another one, and it goes. Unfortunately, my computer broke down and shit, so I got invested in a new one. I just started using my good microphone over the last couple videos, as y'all could probably hear the difference on those. And now I can't use that right now, so I'm back on my iPad microphone. But it is what it is. That's why I haven't been posting nothing over the last few weeks. Plus, there ain't been no real boxing going on, so it is what it is, man. I mean, I guess I gotta go back. I don't really have to because it's not really much of a subject at this point. It's done and it's over. Crawford beat Canelo, and he beat him, in my opinion, pretty well, I guess you could say. Pretty well, straightforward. It was. I had maybe the fight Canelo winning maybe 3 rounds. 4, I can't remember. I should find my. Matter of fact, I watched it again like a week later, and I did my own little scoring because when I watched it, I was too hyped up to be scoring it. So, but yeah, I watched it again and I scored it. Maybe if I can find my scorecard, I'll put it on the video. But yeah, man, Crawford did his thing. I didn't have any doubts in Crawford other than I think what everybody had a doubt about or wasn't sure about was his chin. Will he be able to take a punch from Canelo? And he took everything and he gave everything back. So, I mean, good fight. Great fight. Great fight. A lot of drama, a lot of commotion in the build-up, and a lot of drama and commotion in the fight. And it went the way it did, and it's over. Canelo himself even is saying, like, hey, you know, Crawford was the better man. And I'm sorry, we've been telling y'all for years, Crawford is that dude. Tried to tell y'all. We've been saying it for years. Crawford is just different. Skill-wise, I knew Crawford had the abilities and the skills and the ring IQ, the speed, and even possibly the power to beat somebody like Canelo, or to beat Canelo. A lot of people sat back and said, oh yeah, Madrimov gave him trouble, so ain't no way he's gonna go up 2 weight classes and fight a natural 168 pounder. But what's that saying? Skills pay the bills. Yeah, he's definitely he definitely showed that. That doesn't work for every fighter though. Because I don't think skills is going to pay the bills for Devin Haney when he fights Brian Norman Jr. That's a whole nother thing. I'll probably do a video on that another time. But yeah, man. Yeah. All I was worried about was his chin. When Canelo hits him, how's he going to take it? And he ate every shot. Just like Canelo ate all of Crawford's shots. It was just a back and forth type thing. But Canelo, like he said himself, he just, you know, he had no answers for him. And it's fair and square. I mean, hey, Canelo is still, to this day, one of my favorite fighters. And Crawford is probably my favorite fighter, at least of this generation, or this era, I should say. And it's all good. It's all good. Canelo took his loss like a man. Crawford still respects him. Canelo still respects Crawford. It's like it's at the end of the day, it's just a sport. It's how they make their money. They both went back home to their families, and it's all good. So I'm gonna leave that at that. You know what Crawford decides to do next, I don't know. I would like to see. Honestly, I don't know how many fights Canelo has on his contract. I think he still has maybe like 2 more. So I figure he goes and I think he goes, fights Chris Eubank Jr. Go ahead and fight him, get him out of the way, and then make the Benavidez fight. Fuck it. There's nobody else that's really going to bring any kind of more value to his career at this point. People have been asking for the Benavidez fight. Go get Chris Eubank out of there and then go fight Benavidez. Let that be your going away party. Your retirement party. Because I still don't think Benavidez has any answers for Canelo. I still think nobody at 168 has anything for Canelo where they could beat him. I still don't think he loses to anybody at 168 right now. You know, so yeah, make that fight and then go ahead and sell on. I think he might have a promotional company. I would assume he does. I know he has a lot of other things going on outside of boxing. I think they said he was set to be a billionaire by 2026, 2027. So he has a lot of stuff going on outside of boxing. You don't have to box anymore. You've been boxing professionally since you was, what, 15? Yeah, I think that's enough. Over 60 fights, almost 70 fights. I think he did enough, buddy. You know? And Crawford, I would just wish he would just retire because, I mean, I don't know who beats him. He's talking about going back down to 160, but 160 isn't really like a place where, I don't know, it don't seem like it's worth it. You're not going to get the, I mean, you could become another champion in another division. That'd make you a 6-time champion, a 6th division champion. That would be cool, but it's like, for what though? You're 37. What, 37? He my age. About to be 37, or he about to be 38, or he's about to be 37, or he's 37, about to be 38. Whatever it is, I'm about to be 37 in November. So it's like, we didn't did it all. You know, my son, he told me the other day I was an unk. I'm like, shut your mark ass up, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but we been there, we done it, and we here now. It's about that time. You ain't got nothing else to prove. Everyone that doubted Crawford and doubted his talent, doubted his skills, doubted his abilities, his worth. They said, oh, he's boring, or oh, he doesn't have any personality. Everything that everybody said over the past, just say decade, a little less than a decade. Basically, when he moved up to 147 and PBC welterweights were at their climax, and the fans were super, you know, eating D for these guys, and none of them wanted to fight Crawford. You know what? I would say this, and I always say this. I say this to everybody. The funny thing is, all the fighters, especially at 147 and at 140, niggas wasn't really fucking with him at 135. You know, I barely even knew who he was at 135, so I can't say here be a hypocrite. I didn't really start paying attention to him until he started winning championships at 140, and that's why I was like, oh. And then, you know, he started calling everybody out at 147 when he was coming up. That's when I was like, this dude the real deal. I saw him when he beat the African dude. I forget his name. You know, I saw him when he beat Gamboa. I was like, you know what I'm saying? like a few fights at 140 I saw, I was like, this dude is actually different, you know? But everybody's like, oh, those guys are bums. They ain't nothing. You know, he's fighting nobodies. He don't deserve the big fights or whatever. I mean, he hardly gets any credit for clearing out 140. It's like, okay. Then he comes up to 147 and nobody wants to fight him. Thurman said, hey, he's too little. Then he goes and beat Jeff Horn, the dude that beat Pacquiao, a younger Pacquiao at that. Surprised all of us. I mean, I don't know if we really believed that he beat him. I would have to go back and watch the fight because I don't think I think I was like, that's kind of a robbery. But it happened. It was in Australia. It is what it is. You don't go, one thing I always learned about boxing, you don't go into another man's backyard and let him stay on his feet. If you don't get that, you gotta at least give him an 8 count to prove to impress them judges. Because you don't go into another man's backyard and not knock him down or knock him out. Knock him down multiple times or knock him out at that. You know? But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother story for another day. It is what it is. But Crawford did what? He went there right after and stopped that man. Coming up from 140. He went up to the champion and stopped him. Come on. He beat the man that beat Manny Pacquiao? I'm saying a lot right there. And then Manny Pacquiao don't want to fight him. He leaves Top Rank to avoid him he wanted, they said, what, 40 million? And he was only going to go to PBC to fight Errol Spence eventually for, what was it, 7 million? What is that telling you right there? Danny Garcia didn't want it. Keith Thurman didn't want it. He said he's too small. Danny Garcia avoided him numerous times, up to the point where he said, I don't even have to fight you. I'm rich. Nigga. Anyways. Shit's wild. And it's funny how people continue to dog this man Crawford out for so long just for Crawford. It's like y'all don't realize y'all just kept pissing him off so much that everything y'all don't want him to do, every time he gets into a situation where it's against a fighter that you want to see him lose to, you piss him off so much that he makes it a must to win. Look what he did. We already saw what he did to Errol Spence. He didn't do that because he necessarily wanted to. He did it because y'all weird ass Errol Spence PBC fans made him do it. Y'all pissed him off that much, and y'all keep doing it. That's why every time that man goes in there, he's crazy. As my Mexican friends like to say, he's local. Like, he goes in there motivated to do the worst to his opponents because the fans piss him off. Errol Spence's fans pissed him off. Canelo's fans pissed him off. You know? He kept it easy with Sean Porter, and they just said, hey, you know what? We good. But Errol Spence, I mean, even Madrimov, they was like, hey, he ain't gonna... I mean, I didn't hear much about the Madrimov, like, because Madrimov ain't got fans like that. He was just another Eurobum to most boxing, quote unquote, real boxing fans, even though most of them ain't real. But, you know, the guys... oh, wait. What was it? He don't fight enough. He only fights once a year. Like, okay. You know what? And that's why he's still in such good shape. That's why his mind is right. It's like, I do understand. I would have loved to see him fight more in a year. But it makes sense. This man took the year because he said, I'm fighting the arguably best fighter of this era. Why take a chance? Because I even said, I don't know if I even said it in the video, but I know I used to tell my bro, I used to tell my friends, I don't like the fact that he's going from 154 after the Madrimov fight, where he did not look his best. He looked good. I think he convincingly won, but he didn't look his best in my opinion. And he's going he's going past 160 up to 168 to fight the arguably best fighter of this era. I didn't like that myself personally, because I'm like, I don't doubt his skill, his talent, his ring IQ. I didn't know about his chin. I just wasn't sure, because it's like, you've been hit once and it didn't look good, but you did come back. That was the thing. Like, you did come back, but that was at 147. Now you're at a whole different weight class. People are bigger. But he proved himself. So this leads me to say, all the people that y'all say that he fought that were bums, Euro bums, and trash, or whatever the case y'all want to call it, whatever y'all want to call it, it's funny because there's a reason that your Spences and your Danny Garcias and your Keith Thurmans didn't fight them. I honestly believe the guys that Crawford beat at 147 would have beat Spence. They would have beat Spence. They would beat Spence. And there's a reason. They was avoiding these quote-unquote Euro bums. They here for the bag. PBC is a rap label. PBC is a music label. Al Haymon ran that shit like he was trying to build a brand. Like he was trying to build a rapper up. We know rappers don't last. There's only a few rappers around that's been around for 20 plus years, 10 plus years, 5 plus years. Rap is not like that. And that's how Al Haymon built up the PBC fighters, trying to build a brand that they could never build. And that was always the problem. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. That's why you have Thurman now sitting here begging for fights. Now the Sebastian fight is off. Sebastian Fedora, injury, whatever it is, I don't even believe it. I think they just wasn't selling, and people didn't want to see that fight. Nobody asked for Sebastian Fedora versus Keith Thurman. And guess what? I think they realized that, and they said, hey, Sebastian, you heard again. You're going to lie about another injury, just like he lied about his injury with Tim Tszyu, the first fight. Oh yeah, he broke his nose, and then Sebastian Fedora gets on live or gets on an interview with, I don't know, Fight Hype, Fight Hub, whatever, and says, my nose was never broken. Look at that. Look at how PBC moved. And we're supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, PBC, they got real ones. Okay. Anyways, so Thurman, I think he's just desperate to the point where now he's trying to call out Boots. Boots in this. I don't know what Boots is gonna do. Nobody's asking for Keith Thurman and Boots in this. Nobody's asking for that. I will watch it if it happens. I'm just not. I don't see what's the point. What's the point? Boots gotta fight somebody real now. They talk about Virgil. Virgil already has a fight. Virgil needs to fight somebody real now. He needs to be a champion by now. He should have been a champion by now. Boots has been a champion. And he moved up. I feel like I gotta look at the scheduling of all the champions at 154 because so Sebastian's out. Uh, Zayas just had a fight. I mean, that's a good fight to line up with Boots but the promotional shit, I forget. I don't know. I can't remember. I think Zayas is with Top Rank, right? If I'm correct. But I mean, that's neither here or there. They could make the fight if they wanted, but you know how the politics work. Thurman is trying to get a bag. That's all that is. He knows he ain't gonna beat nobody at the top level at 154. He couldn't even do it at 147. He's not gonna beat nobody at the top level. So Thurman trying to get a bag. It's one of three things. Thurman trying to get a bag because he broke. Thurman trying to stay relevant, or really that's it. It's not even three things. I can't think of the third. I had the third earlier. Trying to get a bag because he broke. Trying to stay relevant. That's pretty much it. I had something else earlier. Oh, I remember. He was trying to make up for the guys that he avoided when he was in his prime. Spence, Brooke, Crawford. Yeah, that's what it was. But anyways, we're going to just leave it there. Thurman thirsty. It is what it is. It's your boy, Trouble T. Roy. Hit, don't get hit, boxing talk. Hopefully by the time I do my next video, I got my computer back up. I can use my condenser mic so y'all can hear me better. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a day at a time. Y'all be easy. We got more to talk about. Unboxing supposed to get pretty lit in the next, I don't know. Yeah.